broke like Jack, that dog like Vick, not that rock, that peak. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't.
Yo, what's up everyone, it's Blue Nova. I'm here to bring you guys a new tutorial on how to get vocal quality like Lil Baby and 42 Dugg and their song We Paid. If you haven't heard the song, go ahead and check it out. It's one of my favorites right now. If you want to just get the entire vocal preset on this tutorial, you can get it on bluenovabeats.com. Go to the store, click on the vocal presets tab, and you can get it there. But I'm going to show you guys my process in order to get the same vocal quality. And what I'm really doing, just starting at the part where 42 Dugg is at, so really just the beginning of the entire song. So I'm going to turn off everything we have here on the master, and then go through and turn off all these other effects. And what I'm going to do is actually let you guys hear the vocals raw. So I'm just going to right click and solo the lead vocal and just play it so you guys hear what it sounds like. Whoops, I forgot that's actually right here in the ad-lib section. So let's reset it and turn off these effects.
Yeah, I know they fucking with this. Yeah. Before I go broke like Jack, I go broke like that dog like Vick. Woo! Not that rock, that peak. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that shit. I don't turn nigga, can't wife no.
So that's just a little sample of the raw vocal. So now we're gonna go through and just actually work on everything piece by piece. So the first thing that we're gonna have is gonna be auto-tune. In 42 Dugg's vocals, there's actually some auto-tune in his vocals you can actually hear in the very beginning of the song with the whistle. Even the whistle is auto-tune. So the key was very tricky to even find. Even I'm not even 100% sure if this is the exact key since it's a rapping set vocals. But what I set it best to was G sharp minor and put the retune speed all the way at 5. Because you can hear a good amount of auto-tune on the vocals. So I'm gonna play the raw vocal by itself with the auto-tune. Actually, let's just start with the highlighted right here.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick, not that rock, that peak. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that shit. Young turn nigga, can't wife no.
So you can hear the auto-tune happening a little bit in the vocal, but you can hear it later on progressing. It's really as much auto-tune as you add, that's how much you're gonna hear into it. So after that, we're gonna go into using the compressor. So the compressor I use is the R compressor by Waves. If you don't have this type of compressor, all you have to do is just follow the settings that I'm using here and just and really just input into another compressor that you're using. So for the threshold, I dropped it down to -10. My ratio, I put that at 2.26. My release, I have that right here, 66.2, and the attack at 7.87. So basically all I'm doing is just compressing it, making sure the vocal is very consistent throughout the entire mix. So this is what it's gonna sound like.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick, not that rock, that peak. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that shit. Young turn nigga, can't wife no. Excuse my French, don't like no.
So that's what we have. And also if you don't have my version of Interest Auto-Tune or just auto-tune at all, you can also use Picture in FL Studio and set the same thing. And also using the R compressor, you can use the Fruity limiter and just click on the compressor, or you can just use the Fruity compressor in FL Studio. But like I said, you can just copy these settings and just follow along. After that, we're gonna move into using a parametric EQ2. Now what we're doing right here, just sweeping through the frequencies and just finding those bad spots, and also boosting right here, which is in the 10K region, to get some clarity out of his vocals. If you listen to the original song, it sounds like there's not much high presence going on in his vocals, but I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do later on to take care of it. So all we're doing right here is just rolling off some low end into it, and also just cutting off a little bit more, building up into the vocals, so a little bit before we hit the major mids. So this is what it's gonna sound like and look like.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick, not that rock, that peak. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that shit.
So now that you hear the vocals sound a little bit more crispy and clear. Some people might think it sounds a little bit thin, but we're gonna go in and fix all that. So what we're gonna do right here is use a Fruity limiter and boost the vocals to where it's hitting the ceiling. Now the vocals are gonna be smashed against the ceiling because what we're using the limiter for is to get that consistency of sound. So once you load it in, just leave your attack and the head alone and just bring your release all the way down to 0. And we're gonna play with the limiter.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick, not that rock, that peak. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that shit. Young turn nigga, can't wife no.
So after that, we're gonna use a de-esser stereo by Waves. And what I'm doing right here, just de-essing the hard S's and T's in the vocals. So any kind of sibilance, we're taking care of that. And these are the settings that I'm using to take care of it.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick. Not that rock, that pick. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that Young turn nigga can't wife no.
So you can hear that the siblings is taken care of, but also what we're going to do later on is take care of it a little bit more. And the very last step with the fruity filter. So after that, we're just going to add some reverb to it. So with the reverb, what we're doing, just adding a subtle amount in there. There's a good amount of high cut in the vocal that we want to add, and we just want to make sure that the wet level is very minimum. So around like 24%, you want to have it there. The bass, turn it all the way down, and then a high cut. I mean, actually right here, and a low cut, you want to have it straight down in the middle. So really just making sure you have a short reverb and not something that's continuing on in the mix. Since it's rap vocals, you want to have it very short. So this is what's gonna sound like.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick. Not that rock, that pick. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that
So you can hear the reverb in it. And to some people, you can actually cut it down a little bit more using the wet level, but this offer preference and just matching it back to the original song. So now we're gonna actually do the main thing that's gonna give us that sound, that quality as 42 Dugg in the very beginning. So what we're doing with the fruity filter is actually killing some high end presence with the vocals, because his sound they don't sound very sharp and high cut. So what we're doing right here is we're just gonna have the filter turned on. The main important thing just to note is just the filter that's turned on right here, and then bringing the band past. And it's hard to give it an exact number. It's not actual values to really set it by, but I really just turned it up to where it's giving us a little bit more of the high presence back. So if you had it turned all the way down, the vocals sound very filtered. You're not gonna get too much high presence, but using a bandpass is gonna allow for some of the high presence to come back in. So this is what's gonna sound like and look like.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick.
Turn it down.
Not that rock, that pick. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that Young turn nigga can't wife no. Excuse my French, don't like no. Limo 10 out 5.
And essentially all you want to do is just have the same thing for the ad-libs. With the ad-libs, the only thing that's really just going to be different is just having a second EQ. Now the second EQ right here is basically a radio filtered EQ, just with a little bit more adjustments. So what you're going to want to do is roll off a lot of that low end presence, and just filter out a little bit of the high end, because we don't want it to clash too much with the lead. So I noticed that in the original song, it sounded like he had some radio telephone like ad-libs in the background. And that's really all you want. There's a fruity delay 2 on here that I set, and that's actually an automation clip, because right here, if you hear the song, then you're gonna hear that there's gonna be a delay right after this specific ad-lib, but it doesn't happen after the other ad-libs. So that's what I'm doing right there. So playing all this together, turning it back on.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick. Not glad, I don't like that I don't at all. Like no. Call my car, shit, I had all.
So yeah, it's just a lot of things going on with the ad-libs, because they're coming in very fast in time. And just for you guys to hear how the whistle sounds like with the auto-tune and the filter on it. So yeah, it's just something very cool to do. The very last thing, just to turn on everything right here with the instrumental, going to the master channel. All that you want to have is just a fruity convolver, which is going to cut the entire mix at 15K, because that's what I saw on the master channel for this specific song. So that's what I'm doing, and adding a fruity soft clipper, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to play the mix and let you guys hear it.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick. Not that rock, that pick. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that Young turn nigga can't wife no. Excuse my French, don't like no.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I did in order to get similar quality to 42 Dugg. If you just want to hear the entire mix of what I did, you can just go on BlueNovaBeats.com, go to the store, and get the vocal preset there with my raw vocals included inside. So you guys have something to play with when you get it. If you need your song mixed and mastered, just go to the bottom of the site, send me a message there, and I'll respond to you as soon as I can. Also, I want to mention that I will have a project dropping next month towards the end of July. I'll announce that more down the line, but for the meantime, I'm just going to keep on pumping out more tutorials just throughout the meantime. So if you like this video, go ahead and thumbs up the video, put in the comment section what you want to see next, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.
Before I go broke like Jack, that dog like Vick. Not that rock, that pick. Bomb ain't down in my sock, can't hold my Glock. Reason I don't really like that Young turn nigga can't wife no. Excuse my French, don't like no. Limo 10 out 5, my cars, yeah, I had a heart. See my broke bad, I ain't had a heart.